Hello, everyone, and welcome to another pre-game edition of GTHL Hockey in the Six. I'm Jordan Jacklin, joined alongside Jared Rotenberg as we are getting set for a matchup between the Mississauga Rebels and the Thunder Bay Kings. Starting off with the goaltenders, what can we expect from both sides, Jared?
Well, starting over on the Thunder Bay Kings side, this is going to be a really interesting matchup here tonight. Travis Vanderswag is such a good goalie in terms of his ability to just simply be a mobile goaltender. He is more than confident to step out of the comforts of his crease and challenge opposing shooters as they skate into the net. And given that he's on a team, the Thunder Bay Kings, that have not been very successful on the defensive ends of the ice this season, he's used to being peppered with shots. And his percentage, considering that stat, is rather strong. He faces a lot of shots, and his ability to skate out of the net and be a confident goaltender has made him one of the strongest goalies in the entirety of the GTHL. He'll definitely be something that the Thunder Bay Kings are looking for if they are to steal a big-time upset game against these Mississauga Rebels, who have a great goaltender of their own. A name you absolutely need to know for these Mississauga Rebels would be Russell Mackrell, who's a goalie who doesn't have his glove on the left hand. He rather has his glove on the right hand, a rare right-handed goaltender. You don't see a lot of those these days, but his ability to use his glove hand makes him a threat every time he's in the net here for these Mississauga Rebels. He isn't used to facing a lot of shots given that he's playing on one of the best defensive teams in the entire GTHL, but when he is facing shots, he's so good in his net, just staying calm, staying possessed, staying poised. He doesn't move out of his net a lot. He doesn't challenge a lot of shooters. He just keeps it calm, keeps his movement slow and steady. That's what's made him one of the strongest goalies in the GTHL thus far.
While staying on the 403, Jared, there's a couple of Mississauga forwards that have caught your interest.
Absolutely highlighted at the top of that list would be Zachariah Abu Ali. Such a strong two-way forward here for these Mississauga Rebels. He's such a smooth skater, so good at using his speed to acquire the puck, using his physicality as well to acquire the puck and maintain the puck. When opposing players are pressuring him to poke this puck off his stick, he's just so confident in his abilities to hold on to that puck, and that makes him a scary threat every time he's in that offensive zone. But what also terrifies opposing goaltenders is his ability to absolutely wire the puck on net from anywhere in that offensive zone. His speed, his puck handling, and more importantly, his shot and his defensive play make him a very well-rounded player who's very skilled in multiple areas of the ice. For sure, a shining bright star here for these Mississauga Rebels, alongside an absolutely stacked offensive core.
And for Thunder Bay, Jared, who can they rely upon to help generate offense for their squad?
Well, they are definitely going to be looking at Jaden Desormeaux. He's such a skilled player in terms of his puck handling ability. So smooth with the puck, so smooth in his skating. He has a decent shot as well. But given the fact that he's on a team that doesn't have the strongest defensive core, he's also taken it upon himself to really work on his 200-foot game. He's become a very good defensive forward, a very well-rounded forward as well on the Thunder Bay Kings. And given the fact that they're used to playing without the puck significantly, his ability to step back and help out his defensive core has simply been stellar. He's a very good player here for the Thunder Bay Kings, a shining bright spot on an otherwise lacking offensive core, and that has made him really a player to keep an eye out for these Thunder Bay Kings. If they are going to pull off an upset victory against the Mississauga Rebels, Jaden Desormeaux would absolutely be a player that I'm looking at to take over this game for these Thunder Bay Kings.
Well, this is certainly setting up to be an electric matchup, Jared, as we get you set to the ice. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the warm-ups of this matchup between the Mississauga Rebels and the Thunder Bay Kings. I'm Jordan Jacklin, joined alongside Jared Rotenberg. What are you expecting from this matchup today, Jared?
Well, going into this game, there's no question that the Mississauga Rebels are the big-time favorite to come out with a victory here tonight. The Thunder Bay Kings have faced a lot of struggles here in this GTHL season. They are currently a team stuck within the bottom 5 of the GTHL standings, whereas on the other end of the ice, the Mississauga Rebels are a top 4 team in the entirety of the league. I'm definitely looking for them to dominate this showing tonight.
For a player such as Ethan Chada has a high pedigree going into this OHL draft season, What do you want to see from him today in terms of just taking his game to the next level?
Well, I definitely want to see him crashing the net multiple times. He's such a skilled player, has such a good nose for the net, and I want to see him utilize those abilities here tonight. Such strong hands, such a strong face-off taker, such a great two-way forward, but I really want to see him dominate on the offensive ends of the ice, knowing that the defensive side of the other team isn't so strong, and I definitely want to see him take over this game.
Focusing on the Kings, what can they do to alleviate all of the pressure? They're obviously not going to be able to have that much puck possession, but how can they try to stay in this game?
It'll take utmost defensive responsibility here from these Thunder Bay Kings. They all need to be on their game. They need to have eyes on the Mississauga Rebels at all time, because if they lose a player, there's so much star power on these Mississauga Rebels that they could just sneak right through and really cause some trouble for Travis Vanderswag.
The Thunder Bay Kings have won the draw as we are underway here in this matchup. Taken back to the other side, it is the Rebels going after that puck. Maxime Morin at the blue line. It's Delisle sending it back to the blue line. Dumping it now as the Rebels forecheck. Into the corner down low. It is Delisle receiving that puck, but now the Kings in transition the other way. Off the far side, trying to take a shot on net, but unable to settle that puck down. The other way, trying to get to it now in front of the net. And the shot was unable to go through as Hudson Gary tried to hold it at the blue line. Both teams now get a line change as the Kings look to regroup. Down behind the net. Into the neutral zone. The Rebels able to intercept that pass, but Kings able to sustain in the offensive zone until it goes out. Gary will flip it in as the Kings change a defenseman. Able to sustain the forecheck now are back the other way, though. It's Mississauga, potential 2-on-1 the other way for the shot. Just missing the net. What have you liked so far from the Rebels, Jared?
From these Rebels, they've really done a good job of just getting chances here. Now they have the puck possessed in the offensive zone, and they've really just done a good job of using their offensive might and getting a lot of chances. But on the other end, the Thunder Bay Kings as well have had their fair share of chances. It's definitely been a very back-and-forth start, which isn't exactly what we anticipated between this matchup between teams that are on such opposite ends of the spectrum. But the Thunder Bay Kings have done a good job getting tested of their own. Here, though, we have the Mississauga Rebels in the offensive zone taking this face-off with a chance to really get set up offensively.
It's the Ethan Chata line out there for the Rebels as they end up clearing the zone. Now are the Thunder Bay Kings. Back the other way. Rashad Eichenberg down low. Going after that puck, forechecking and retrieving. Down behind the net now as they battle away for it. Trying to get that puck, but the Rebels are able to retrieve it. Odd man attack the other way. Far stretch pass goes too far, and icing is called.
And now we're returning back into the offensive zone for these Thunder Bay Kings and for the Mississauga Rebels. Although the Thunder Bay Kings have gotten chances in the offensive zone, the Rebels have done a good job of preventing shots on their goaltender, Russell Mackerel. He's a very capable goaltender, but they're deciding that they're really going to step up on the defensive end of the ice from preventing him from even getting tested here tonight, which is a great system to play. They're playing really strong defensively early on.
Face-off lost in the offensive zone by Liam Lookout. Back the other way. Retrieving that puck now off the half wall. Trying to send it into the slot, but it was disrupted. But retrieved once again by the Rebels. With the puck now is Michael Tissier. Along the half wall, but intercepted by Eichenberg. Kept in by the Rebels. It's Ethan Chata dancing his way along the blue line. Into the corner now, but trying to retrieve it. A shot in front! And that's just turned aside by Vanderswag. Back in the neutral zone now as both teams change their lines. Forechecking after that puck now, Tristan Delisle. Into the corner, kept in by Kyle Secco as they'll send it back in. And already the aggressive forecheck on display for Mississauga, Jared.
Absolutely. They're really preventing a lot of chances here. They've dominated puck possession so far. They've really gotten their fair share of chances and have absolutely prevented and smothered these Thunder Bay Kings from even getting chances on net. It's been a really strong showing so far from the Mississauga Rebels.
Into the corner now, pinching in is Secco. Able to keep it alive. Delisle poking away at it. Into the corner. Trying to get that out is Decimal. As they'll head off for a change, and back the other way now come the Kings. A pass off the boards just out of the reach of Decimal. Back the other way now with the puck It is Sean Costigan back the other way. Score! It is Zakira Abu Ali opening the scoring for the Rebels.
Zachariah Abu Ali just skates in there on that 2-on-1, picks up the puck in the slot, and grips it and rips it right up and over the blocker of Travis Vanderswag. A fantastic shot from a fantastic player hustling in with speed. And just like that, the Mississauga Rebels, who have dominated puck possession so far, are finally rewarded with their efforts early, and they are on the board.
Definitely a solid showing for that group as the Curtis Freeman line now enters the ice. Going after it now with the puck is Gavin Haslam as they'll dump it in. Chasing after it is Freeman. Hudson Gary trying to get it, and he does. And it's sent back the other way for Thunder Bay. With the puck is Easton Mikus. Mikus taking hard along the board there, but is able to get back up and keep it in play. Looking for bodies in front of the net as they battle hard in the corner once again, and the Rebels are able to clear. With the puck is Zakira Abu Ali setting it on net as both teams get the change. Into the corner now as the Kings able to intercept it, and it's another huge open ice hit behind the play, Jared.
This game has been very physical so far. It absolutely has been the Mississauga Rebels who have been the main driver of this physical play. And for the Thunder Bay Kings, I'd definitely be looking at them to pick up their physical play because they know the Mississauga Rebels have the scoring talent on this team. But the only thing they could do to hope to contain that would be to really lay the body and cause some damage out here on this ice. I'd definitely be looking for them to improve their physicality moving forward.
Just saw another open ice hit in the neutral zone as the puck is thrown on net by Lucas Bailey and the whistle is blown.
And that is the first major shot tested by Russell Mackerel, the goaltender of these Mississauga Rebels. He hasn't really been tested with a lot of shots on net early on. And even though the Thunder Bay Kings have had a lot of zone time possession, they haven't really been testing Mackerel. So I'll really be looking for them to improve their amount of shots on net moving forward.
Here is Ethan Chada now setting it on net for a breakaway, falling on net and into the goaltender.
And that is going to leave a mark. That looked like one of the greatest chances here for these Mississauga Rebels, coming in on that 2-on-1 chance and that breakaway chance there as Ethan Chada sent it up to his teammate. But nonetheless, after slipping on the ice, falls directly into goaltender Travis Vanderswag, completely shutting out the play. And now the faceoff will be taken right outside of the zone. It's Ethan Chada at the draw.
The speed of Chada on display, just showcasing his game-breaking ability and forecasting what we could see at the OHL level. Into the corner now in the offensive end. It's the Kings battling away for it, but kept alive by Mississauga. It is Tissier in the corner now, able to retrieve it, sending it over to Deschatelet. Trying to hold the blue line there was Delisle, but it's brought back, and the Rebels will have to regroup. Delisle will tip it on net, so no icing on the play. As Maxime Morin going after it. Delisle now along the boards. Trying to keep it in play, and they do. All the way at the other end, it's Morin. Morin now will try to send it up as the Kings battle for it. And they're able to regain possession as they go the other way. It is Cooper LaBelle sending it on net, as that's turned aside by Van de Swag. Or Mackerel, rather. And then back now. It is Morin. Delisle now sending it around the boards. Sean Costigan enters the ice and he shoots! He scores!
What a fantastic goal there from Sean Costigan, jumping right over the board, skating right to the net, picking up that puck in the slot, coming in close and tucking it right under the pad of Travis Vanderswag. A fantastic goal from a fantastic player to extend the Mississauga Rebels lead by 2. A fantastic goal there.
Great example there from Costigan, cutting into the middle of the ice and almost becoming invisible on that play, Jared.
Absolutely there. He jumped right out onto the ice. No one knew he was on there. Sneaks right through the middle of the ice into the slot, picks up the puck on the breakaway in alone with the goalie, and he just does a perfect job with that perfectly placed shot there. Tucks it under the pad, putting the Mississauga Rebels up by 2.
The Rebels once again now in the offensive zone, trying to send it on net as it goes behind the play. And Thunder Bay regroups. Trying to settle that puck down now is Bukowski, as it's sent back into the neutral zone the other way. Going after it is Brady Richards, sending it over to his partner Hudson Gary. Gary now will make the pass along the boards. as the Rebels will intercept. Sending it over now to Freeman. Here is Freeman with some speed. In the neutral zone, he'll cut it in himself. Unable to get a shot through. We'll send it back now. Along the boards. Trying to find Michael Deck down low. Intercepted by Eichenberg, and it will be sent out of play. Back now on the offensive blue line for Thunder Bay as they look to get mans changed. Going for the open ice hit there was Desamalba. Deceptively skated away. Now it's Ethan Chata at the other end. Looking for bodies in front. Unable to get that pass through to Tissier, and it's sent back out. The offensive forecheck really on display once again here for Mississauga, Jared.
Absolutely. They're really just dominating on both ends of the ice. They're displaying their body physically. They're playing well defensively, and they're turning that defensive play and that forecheck into offensive play there. You saw Ethan Chata just moments ago really rushing into the zone with speed, with a slow, patient pass. Such a patient player, finding his teammates, waiting for them to catch up with him. They've just really dominated on both ends of the ice here early on in the opening few minutes of this first period.
Michael Deck going after that puck down low, but Thunder Bay will clear the zone as they make a change. Onto the ice now, Matthew Bertolin. Bertolin trying to intercept that pass as he's forced to go back in. Back the other way now for a shot, unable to get that through as it's turned aside by Van der Swag. Down low with the puck now are the Rebels trying to fight off a check. That is Morin. Trying to get to it is the Chatelet. Finding Morin down low. Bodied off the puck there along the corner. Huge open ice hit in the corner.
The physicality is really ramping up here for both sides. Both sides don't like each other, and this is really ramping up here.
Bodies in front of the goaltender as Van der Swag goes down, but the puck is at the other end of the ice. It is Lookout, or rather Cooper LaBelle. We're seeing both players running into each other there at the neutral zone, having a word for each other.
Absolutely here. It looks like the refs are skating over the benches to make a call here, and it will be the Mississauga Rebels who are going into the penalty box. So the Thunder Bay Kings down by 2. Now will get their first opportunity here with a first period power play, and this will be the biggest chance of the night here for these Thunder Bay Kings to finally get themselves on the board and back into this game.
And this is how Thunder Bay wants to play, a clean, disciplined game and forcing their opposition to make these careless type of plays.
Absolutely here, and it looks like there's going to be a lot more pushing and shoving here after the whistle. These teams don't like each other, and these Mississauga Rebels are not going to slow down on the defensive end here. They really want to spread and inflict some dominance here. They want to do it on the scoreboard, but also physically and laying the body, and that's what they've certainly been doing here early on.
Puck set at the other end of the ice has Lucas Bailey now behind the net as they look to regroup. All the way at the other end now, skating with speed is Jack Lambert, unable to get that away, and they'll go back the other end. So here is Lambert once again. Having difficulty getting that zone exit, but now they do. It is Lucas Bailey, the blue liner, sending it in. And Eichenberg going out to that puck into the corner now as they battle away for it. After it is Bertolin trying to send that in front of the net. Body scrambling in front, but the puck is cleared. Great job by the Rebels penalty killers.
They're doing fantastic of not allowing these Thunder Bay Kings to get set up in this offensive zone. A spectacular penalty kill here from the Mississauga Rebels, who haven't really been tested whatsoever on this big power play chance from these Thunder Bay Kings. They'll need to keep it up here in the final minute of this power play opportunity for their opposition.
Brady Richards sends it in deep as it's battled along the boards, now down low. Going after it is Bertolin. The Thunder Bay looks to get their first scoring chance as they finally set up. Puck sent far from Richards as it's just turned aside by Mackerel. Along the half wall, trying to keep it in is Richards. Instead, it's Eichenberg now sending it in. Battling for it there, and it's sent back out. And that will pretty much do it for this Thunder Bay Kings power play.
And once again, the Mississauga Rebels just get that puck nice and easy up and out of the zone. That's very evident what they wanted to do on that penalty kill, and they did it to a T. They really made sure that their goaltender was not tested even once there on that opposition power play opportunity. And they did such a good job of just slowing things down, shutting things down, keeping it simple, picking up their defensive and physical play. And as a result, they now have just killed off a major power play early on in the game, a major penalty that they killed. And now they're going to be back into the offensive zone rather here. This will be a big chance for them to use that momentum with the successful penalty kill to see if they could drive any offense.
Back the other way now, Jack Lambert jumping in as the defenseman. Send it in deep into the corner now. Looking for options in front. Into the corner, it is Lambert once again sending it in. As it was blocked in front by the Rebels, and Curtis Freeman will send it in himself. Forechecking out to that puck. Was turned aside by Desaumont. Going after it there in the corner. Kept alive there. Freeman in front of the net. Unable to get the shot through. Good work there, cycling by Costigan. And it will be a shot from Miocic in front, and that puck is stopped by Van der Swag.
Easily, Van der Swag has been the more tested of these two goalies, but he remains strong there. Really getting tested, but he has done such a good job of diverting the pucks out of traffic and just making the simple saves. I'll look for him to continue here for these Thunder Bay Kings to play strong in this net.
In the Thunder Bay zone, and the puck is in! It is Jaden Desaumont cutting the lead in half, and the Kings are back in it.
Russell Mackerel has not been tested very much here in the Mississauga Rebels net, but it is just that shot there from Jaden Desaumont, picks it up right around the side of the net, wraps around and launches it on the net that really catches Russell Mackerel off guard and cuts this lead in half. One of the first shots he's faced all night long, but it was perfectly placed there from Desaumont, and suddenly we have ourselves a hockey game.
Whistle had gone for offside as the play will be forced behind the blue line.
For these Thunder Bay Kings, they really need to keep it up here. They just got a major momentum boost there by even getting themselves on the board against such a strong offensive team like the Mississauga Rebels. They cannot afford to sit back now. They got to hustle back and try to get another one quickly, as they cannot afford the Mississauga Rebels to put another one in the back of their net.
Forcing the stretch pass there was Morin. And there will be an icing called on the play, so it will be an offensive zone draw for Thunder Bay.
And this is another chance for them to get set up in this offensive zone. You saw earlier, they did not test Russell Mackerel a lot, but their first shot was one of their first opportunities. Ended up going in the back of the net. They need to continue doing that here. If they get more shots on Mackerel, they have a great chance of getting themselves back into this hockey game.
Back the other way of the ice, it's Tristan Delisle getting hit to make the play along the offensive zone. Along the boards now, battling for it, Maxime Morin. Cutting to the middle of the ice now, looking for a backhand opportunity in front of the net. How did that stay out?
That was one of the best opportunities of the night so far for these Mississauga Rebels, getting chance after chance from the point, from the side of the net, from all around the crease, whacking at it of these Mississauga Rebels, but still Travis Van der Swag stays strong and prevents the Mississauga Rebels from doubling or tripling up on this lead, getting another goal behind him. He's staying strong, and that's a big part of the reason why these Thunder Bay Kings, even though not having the best start to this game, are only down by one.
It's the Chattel line out for an offensive zone draw. Play is pushed back to the neutral zone. It's Cal Secco with it, passing it over to Haslam. Haslam being challenged there by the Kings, but able to get that through. Secco will send it in, deflected by Deck as they battle for it. Here's Ethan Chata now down low. Pressuring on the forecheck card. They're able to come up and generate the turnover. Oi, open ice hit there by Thunder Bay, setting the message.
They're really picking up their defensive and physical play here. It's been the Mississauga Rebels who have dominated that. With a chance on net there was Michael Deck for the Mississauga Rebels. But it is the Mississauga Rebels who've certainly brought their physicality into this game, but it's woken up the Thunder Bay Kings as they've really been picking up their physicality over the last few moments here. This game is getting chippy, and when it's a close score like that, both teams really want to be setting the tone physically right now and showing the other team that they will not get an easy path to getting another one into the back of their net.
Curtis Freeman lied out for an offensive draw. They're able to come up with it. It's Thunder Bay back the other end of the ice, but it's called for icing.
And now back into the offensive zone for these Mississauga Rebels we go, who are looking to triple up on their goal total tonight. And I'll really be looking for them to get a lot more shots on net. Travis Vanderswag has shown that he's really dialed into this game, so it's going to take perfection. It's going to take getting into his grill. He's a rather big goaltender standing at 6'1", but you could still get in his grill, block him, hopefully screen him, and that is how you're going to get your best possible chance of taking down a goalie who's so dialed in as he has been all night long.
Thunder Bay challenging for it along the boards there as they look to win the puck, but the Rebels intercept. All the way at the other end now, it's Sean Costigan skating it in as he'll send it in deep. Along the boards now, Curtis Freeman coming up with it, and it's played by Abu Ali. Back down for Freeman. Over now to Mio Cevic with the puck now. It's a shot, trying to get that cross seam past the Costigan, but just failing on that attempt. Kings looking to clear. Kept alive there by Costigan as they battle for it, but coming up at the other end, it's Hudson Gary will skate it in as the blue liner activates it to the offensive rush. It's a change now onto the ice. Cooper LaBelle keeping it in play, but the Rebels are able to intercept. Going it after now as it's dumped in deep. Thunder Bay challenging hard there along the half wall. Able to keep it in play is Lucas Bailey. LaBelle will poke away at it, but it will come too far. And now it is Tristan Delisle sending it in. And LaBelle almost a recipient of another big open ice hit on that play as both teams make the line change. And it's a 2-on-1 opportunity in front. What a save! Did you see that?
What a save there from Russell Mackerel. The Thunder Bay Kings in the dying seconds of the first period came in on the rush looking determined to break a goal here in the final few seconds, but it was Mackerel making a sprawling save there to defend this 2-1 lead and allow the Mississauga Rebels to bring that lead into intermission. Easily the biggest save of the night here for Russell Mackerel.
Alrighty, Jared, let's get your quick thoughts through two periods. What have been some of the biggest storylines on both sides?
Both sides are really doing a good job of picking up their defensive and physical play. This game has been really chippy. The Thunder Bay Kings have not tested opposing goaltender Russell Mackerel all too much. It took perfection to break him, though, so I'll really be looking for them to pick up their offensive ability moving forward. For the Mississauga Rebels, they just need to keep it up. They're getting a lot of chances on Travis Vanderswag. They've only been successful twice, but if they continue playing the way that they have been, getting bodies in front, getting pucks on net, getting shots off in opportune areas right up and into the slot, they will have a great chance of extending their lead here. So they'll really need to pick this up and continue playing as strong as they have been in the first period.
Both teams now going back onto the ice as we get set for a face-off to begin this third period. Currently a 2-1 game in favor of Mississauga. Not necessarily what you might expect coming into the matchup, Jared.
Absolutely not. Rather, it's the second period that's starting off here, the second frame of hockey, and let's get it underway.
Here are the Rebels now just able to avoid the turnover there as they dump it in deep. And that will... no icing call in the play. Rebels trying to forecheck that along the boards. Going after it now is, in support there is Bertolin. Unable to keep that through. It's the Rebels, and Thunder Bay is able to survive. Delisle now will send it in for Mississauga. Into the corner there was Ethan Chada, trying to get that in front of the net. All the way at the other end now, Grady Holden unable to keep it in the zone, but it's cleared to the neutral ice and sent back deep by Mississauga. Bouncing puck on the play there. Fortunate bounce for Thunder Bay as they bring it in front. Whoa! How did that stay out once again? Looked like a missed shot.
What a chance there from the Thunder Bay Kings, taking that puck in with speed and getting a chance on Mackerel, ultimately not getting the shot off, and that has to do with the great defensive play there from the Mississauga Rebels. A fortunate break there for the Rebels as the Thunder Bay Kings missed that shot, not being able to get that shot off.
Keeping the play alive was Tissier, but it's brought back into the neutral zone. It is Secco back over to Haslam. Chatelaine on the ice, and we know how dangerous they can be. Playing the puck there was Vanderswag. And just Missing that errant pass. It's a 3-on-2. The other way. Starting that off, it's Mikas. Keeping it alive. Back over to Desaumont, the lone goal scorer for Thunder Bay. Along the half wall now, it's Bertolin. Keeping it alive as they try to send it in deep. Podubny. Turning it over now. A 3-on-2 now for the Rebels. Trying to play that in, and Chata will go off. As Mississauga makes a change, it's David Deschatelet, starting off the attack. Up the half board now as they forecheck away at it in the corner. Retrieving the puck there are the Kings. Battling for it along the board is Deschatelet, trying to win it up to Delisle. And Thunder Bay retrieves it, and will get the puck and try to escape with it. It's Podubny. Being forechecked hard there by the Mississauga Rebel. And it's brought back out, and with speed through neutral ice, it's a 3-on-2. Van Gelder bringing it in front of the net. Stopped by Vanderswag.
What a shot there from Maxime Morin of the Mississauga Rebels, picking up that puck in the shot and launching it on Travis Vanderswag, but he comes up big time with that save there to keep this a 1-goal game. A sprawling save from Vanderswag, and the game has just been saved here for the Thunder Bay Kings.
Holding the puck at the blue line there was Van Gelder, sending it in deep. Going after it now as it's cleared, and an icing is called on the play.
And back into the defensive zone go these Thunder Bay Kings, who have really been hemmed into their own zone and pressured so far. These Mississauga Rebels have been relentless with the amount of chances they've got on Travis Vanderswag, but he has not broken yet here in this second period. I'll really be looking for them to continue launching these shots on net.
With it now along the boards, trying to keep it in play, it's Mississauga. Along the half wall now. Brought down low. Seen a lot of puck battles in this area of the ice. Getting with it now for the shot, Van Gelder, putting it on net, glove down by Vanderswag.
And there's another example of just how strong and accurate that glove hand is for Travis Vanderswag. A launch there at the blue line from Brandon Van Gelder of the Mississauga Rebels, launching it from the point on net. But it's Travis Vanderswag just doing such a good job of tracking these pucks, gets his glove on it with a big-time catch. Another example of the exceptional play there of the Thunder Bay Kings goaltender.
We get set for the offensive zone face-off. The Ethan Chata line entering the ice for Mississauga as they look to really take a hold of this game. Sending it back for Michael Tissier, kept alive. Tissier has it now. Looking for options, so he'll regroup. Tissier back over now to Delisle. Tristan Delisle back to Tissier. Looking for options in front for the pass in front of the net. Unable to get that shot through with the open net in front. Setting it back down in front of the net as they cut to the middle of the ice. Going for a skate there was Delisle. Chata back to Delisle, finds Tissier. Over back to the other half wall, taking a shot on goal. Looking for the deflection there was Chata, but just failed to redirect. Down low to Chata as he'll skate with it. Here's Tissier from the point, far range shot, and that is stopped by Vanderswag.
A fantastic save there from Travis Vanderswag, but it's a great job here from these Mississauga Rebels, just doing an exceptional job of getting bodies in front of him. They recognize how great he has been all night long, and they're really trying to make his night more difficult. They're getting a lot of bodies in front. Ethan Chata especially, such a strong offensive player, but he's really been utilized just screening this goaltender, getting in his grill, getting deep into the offensive zone in front of the net, and that's exactly how the Mississauga Rebels want to play here, to take down a fantastic goalie such as Travis Vanderswag.
For Thunder Bay on this penalty kill, they just want to clear the zone as much as they can and make the Rebels work for it as they did on that clearing attempt. Skating with puck now with speed is Delisle, going through multiple bodies. He's down low now, looking for options, sending it over to Tissier. Back along the far wall, taking a shot on net. Trying to get that through was Chata, and it's held by Vanderswag.
There was Ethan Chata there, lined up right in the center of the circle there next to the goaltender, and he just launches a shot there on net. Of course, Travis Vanderswag still coming up with a big-time save, but it's really telling how much these Mississauga Rebels are testing the goaltender, compared to their opposition. They're getting chance after chance. And if they continue playing like this, dominating offensive zone possession, it should only be a matter of time for them to really get on the board once again.
Settling the puck down behind the play are the Rebels as they look to carry it in. Setting a far range pass there back over to Oliver Turner now, the defenseman jumping up into the play, using his big 6'3" frame to his advantage. Setting it all the way around now, looking for options. Up the half wall, poking away at that is Abu Ali. Able to come up with possession. GTHL trying to get that through. Back over to Turner. Oliver Turner takes a shot on net. Blocked in front, but unable to clear. Looking for it once again. Thunder Bay unable to clear that puck as it's sent back. Looking for the shot there. It is Turner! Turned aside by Vanderswag. It's still loose. And not brought out just yet. Mississauga now looking to capitalize on this chance as they get multiple bodies up in front. It's a shot from far, and it's stopped by Vanderswag.
What a dynamic power play opportunity there from the Mississauga Rebels and from especially Oliver Turner, the defenseman, who did such a strong job there of quarterbacking that power play. As you mentioned, he comes with a 6'3" frame, but his mobility is really what sets him apart. He has that frame, he has that rocket shot from the point, but he's also just so smart and poised with how he carries the puck, being patient with it, waiting to find teammates. That's allowed him to be strong on that power play opportunity.
Another miraculous stop there for Vanderswag as it goes all the way at the other end and gloved down by Russell Mackerel.
Russell Mackerel with one of his first tests of this second period, and you saw in the first period he wasn't tested a lot, but when he ultimately did face a shot on net, it went right through his 5-hole. I'll really be looking for these Thunder Kings to get more tests on Russell Mackerel as he's not been warmed up much tonight with his lack of shots on net, and this really could mean they could be able to produce some offense given a cold goaltender in the net.
In the neutral zone now as Thunder Bay looks to sustain some offensive zone pressure. Big open ice hit along the boards as the whistle's blown.
And the physicality continues. The referees skating in to have a word with the players there, and it will be the Mississauga Rebels getting a penalty. So the Thunder Bay Kings are returning to the power play. This will be a big-time opportunity for them to once again get chances on Russell Mackerel and hopefully double up on their goal total.
A huge opportunity at this point with 8:54 remaining. 2-1 lead for Mississauga. Stay tuned. Taking the offensive ace off there was Easton Mikas, or Mikas rather. Getting that, sending that back now. Looking for opportunities, Jack Lambert. With it at the blue line, we'll send it in. Deflected pass right the other way. It's a shorthanded opportunity for the Rebels, taking a shot on goal. Stopped by Vanderswag as he keeps it in play. And doing circles now is Lucas Bailey as they look to enter the offensive zone. Trying to set it up. With it there, it is dumped in by Carter Podubny. Along the half wall, fighting for it. Going after that is Bertolin, as they fail to poke away at it. Joining it now is Desomo, the lone goal scorer for Thunder Bay, as he keeps it alive. Kept in play, trying to get that through. Mackerel couldn't see it, but it's just behind him. Here are the Kings once again. Going after it now. Grayson Hayes with it. Back along. It's a far-range shot from Lambert. It's unable to get that through. Kept alive by the defender. All up the half wall as they settle it down. Here is Lambert. We'll take a shot from deep. Stopped in front by Mackerel. It's loose in front of the goal, but it's cleared by the Rebels.
And what a chance there for these Thunder Bay Kings, just getting a chance in close on Russell Mackerel, but he comes up with the sprawling save there to maintain his team's 2-1 lead and help them to kill off this penalty.
With it, the puck now is Grayson Hayes sending it in as some recruits help him attempt to gain that puck. It's Eichenberg along the half wall. Down low is it? Going now as they come up with possession. With the puck, Lucas Bailey. Sending that on net. Kicked aside to the corner, and the Rebels are able to clear. Going after it now. Shorthanded as both teams make a change. Rebels able to keep it in the offensive zone. There's an open man in front, able to make that pass through. Nice little backdoor feed, trying to get it in, and what a save by Vanderswag. Short-handed nonetheless.
That would have been a massive break there for these Mississauga Rebels with a big-time chance.
Here is Chada trying to get it back in front of the net. And they just missed on that opportunity. It was a 3-on-1.
And they've successfully killed off that penalty now and have honestly driven more offense than the Thunder Bay Kings while shorthanded. Just a showing of how strong they are offensively, getting a lot of chances there shorthanded.
Brailing up the ice with speed as they battle forward, it is Delisle. Keeping it alive. Loose puck in the corner. Sending it over to Haslam. It's going to be a far-range shot from Gavin Haslam. And it's turned aside by Vanderswag. Along the half wall now, cutting to the middle of the ice. Wide open for a shot there, but the lane was taken away. Along the boards as they battle for the puck. Trying to send that through. With it now, it is brought back to the front of the net by Delisle. They poke away at it, but Vanderswag standing tall. Trying to send that in. A long stretch of offensive zone play here for Mississauga. Turning back around, it's Delisle. Really showcasing his calm and poise on this play. Sending it back round in front. Shot just errantly missing, but Gavin Haslam keeping it in play. It is down low once again as the Rebels battle for it. Going after that puck now to Chatelet, keeping it in up to the middle of the ice, and the whistle's blown as it's held by Vanderswag.
Vanderswag's doing such a strong job here at getting through the traffic. The Mississauga Rebels are doing a great job of getting bodies in front of him and making his life miserable and hard to see the pucks, but he's doing such a good job of breaking through all of it, keeping calm, keeping his poise, getting through these loose pucks, and finding ways to make the saves after all odds have been stacked against him. This is a spectacular showing here from a spectacular goaltender.
Attempting to keep that puck in play there is Kyle Secco as the Rebels send it in deep. On the forward check there is Sean Costigan, battling away for it behind the net. The puck is retrieved, but the Thunder Bay Kings unable to clear. Trying to get through it now, and this time will be successful as they break it in with speed. Nice work there to get through Secco. It is now Eichenberg in deep, battling away for that puck. Trying to forecheck that out. And they are able to get it. It is Secco in the neutral zone now. Taken down was Hudson Gary as he'll send it back, and Thunder Bay looks to regroup. Looking for options. Here are the Kings now, bouncing puck in the neutral zone. It's a chance in front of the net! And they were unable to get the shot through, but a nice burst of speed there for Thunder Bay to continue possession of the puck, and it's held in the offensive zone. Going down low is Bertolin, trying to send that in front, and the far-range shot. Unable to get that one through. Huge open ice hit there once again by the Rebels.
And it looks as though the refs are skating in there. And it appears we will not have a penalty called on that play. But nonetheless, it's the Thunder Bay Kings who are doing such a strong showing there. They've really picked it up on that shift, maintaining the puck in the offensive zone there. No matter how much the Mississauga Rebels tried to get it out, they did so strong defensively. They're keeping that puck in. And now they have a lot more offensive chances to show for it, really beginning to test goaltender Russell Mackerel.
Sending a far-range shot there to Michael Deck as he'll send it back. Chada's down low. Look over the deck. It's a far-range shot now. Van Gelder, playing defense in this game, has the ability to play both forward and defense for this Rebel squad. Saucer pass there brought back. It is Ethan Chada with a far-range shot, just unable to get that through. Kings now with a burst of speed. It's a potential 3-on-2 the other way. Trying to get that in. There's Ethan Maikus trying to get that in front of the net, but they were challenged hard there by the Rebels as they keep it in, and now looks like it's going to be a break. A potential 2-on-1 the other way. Back in front for Delisle, and that is turned aside by Vanderswag.
What a save by Travis Vanderswag there on that 2-on-1, making this spectacular save, doing such a strong job of getting centered to all shooters there, really cutting off any chance for a deceptive shot. That was spectacular goaltending there from a fantastic player.
Just 2:45 remain in this second period in this matchup between the Rebels and the Kings. Back in front of the net now. As the Rebels turn it over. 3-on-2 now. The other way. Holding the puck there is Delisle. Looking for bodies in front. He'll send it down low to Michael Deck. Trying to get that through. It's Maxime Morin battling for it. Into the corner. Able to keep that play alive. As the Kings unable to keep it out now. Another open ice chance in front of the net for Delisle. And it just is unable to go through the Thunder Bay defenders. Body scrambling in front but down low on that play. As we rush the puck up the ice and the Kings make a line change. Down low now it's Carl Secco. Being challenged hard there by the Kings forward. As they settle it down and look to regroup. Into the neutral zone there. It's a missed opportunity for a 2-on-1 played out by Vanderswag. Unable to keep that alive now with the speed. In possession now with it. It is Bertolin trying to send that back over to Lambert. With it there. It is Brady Richards with the shot just down low as it's redirected. Battling for that puck there, Sean Costigan unable to keep it in play. Richards now will throw it in front of the net. What a save! Russell Mackerel, his best of the game so far.
And that was the best chance of the game there for the Thunder Bay Kings. Really doing a great job of getting in close, getting pucks on net, trying to wrap it right through the pad there of Russell Mackerel. But he comes up stronger, keeping the Mississauga Rebels 2-1 lead intact.
Both teams making line changes as we get set for an offensive zone draw here for the Thunder Bay Kings. We know that they need to take advantage of this opportunity. Winning that draw there, Ethan Maikus able to get that through. Looking for the far range shot. It's Grayson Hayes unable to get that in, but it's kept alive. With it now is Jaden Desimol. Rebels intercept and are able to turn it over. Whistles blown in this play as we head back to the opposite end of the ice.
And back to the offensive zone for these Thunder Bay Kings we go, who have done so much better of a job in this second period of generating offensive chances. They've really been peppering shots here on Russell Mackerel. He's yet to be beat here in this second period, but regardless, if the Thunder Bay Kings continue to play like this, they could find themselves with some very good fortunes here, as they've gotten very good chances on the opposing goaltender.
Nice work there. Nice cut into the net. Oh, open nice hit, but keeping it in play was Carter Podudny. Showcasing his speed in transition to keep that alive for Thunder Bay. Battling along the corner there is Easton McCoos. Trying to intercept that now as the Kings will send it along the boards. Brady Richards along the half wall, unable to keep that in play. As Ethan Chada enters the ice for the Rebels. The other end, it's now the other number 12 for Thunder Bay and Jaden Desimol. Rebels regroup now. They keep it in play as they get their own chance. Oh, a nice move there by Thunder Bay. Staying in speed, it's Lucas Bailey activating into the offensive rush. Kept alive there by Jack Lambert. That will do it for this second period. The Mississauga Rebels leading 2-1 over the Thunder Bay Kings rather. It's been an exciting game. What have you seen so far, Jared, from both teams?
Both teams have really picked it up on the offensive ends of the ice. We highlighted after the first period that it was a lot more of an offensive, a lot more of a physical showing. Well, both teams are finally getting the notice that if they're going to win this close hockey game, it'll take offense, and more offense. And that's what they're doing, really peppering shots on both goaltenders. But that is another one of the major stories here. The goaltending has really stolen the show. Travis Vanderswag and Russell Mackerel both so fantastic there in that second period, not being beaten for the entirety of those 15 minutes. Both goalies staying strong, and that's why we still have a 2-1 lead here for the Mississauga Rebels heading into this third and final period.
It's setting up to be an exciting finish here between the Rebels and the Kings. I'm Jordan Jacklin, joined alongside Jaron Rotenberg, and stay tuned for some GTHL hockey on the 6. Thank you.
What I'm telling them is that they cannot afford to abandon the defensive sides of the ice here heading into this third period. They certainly picked up their offensive game in that second period and weren't rewarded with a goal. So they're really going to be determined to get that tying goal, but they cannot afford to go all in on their offensive end and leave the defensive end abandoned because they know how top-heavy and how skilled the Mississauga Rebels team is. If they allow them chances, they will end up with pucks in the back of their net. They certainly need to be disciplined here in how they play this. And on the other end of the ice, Adrian Lemonico, the head coach of the Mississauga Rebels, will be telling his team that the Stars need to step up and play like Stars. If they're going to win, it's going to be on the back of their top guys really playing to the best of their ability and taking down maybe a less skilled Thunder Bay Kings team, but a Thunder Bay Kings team that has really picked up on their defensive game here tonight. They're really going to need to put in an effort here, and they know that if they don't play to their best, that they could still be taken down by a Thunder Bay Kings team that is determined to find a way to a big upset victory.
Both teams' players now heading back onto the ice. We get set for an opening faceoff. We'll see which lines comes out. Ethan Chad is a name on the Rebels that you have to wonder how he's going to explode. He's already had numerous chances tonight. Do you see him breaking through?
I don't know if I'm going to say that I see him breaking through, but I'll say he certainly is capable of breaking through if he continues playing the way that he has been for the first two periods. He's done such a good job of getting to the net, getting to these open areas, and if I'm the coach of the Thunder Bay Kings, I am marking number 12 as a guy that they really need to contain, because if the Mississauga Rebels are to take over this game, it would surely be on the back of Ethan Chada.
Face-off is underway as it's sent back into the Rebel zone. With it now is Oliver Turner. Unable to clear the puck there as it's held in by the Kings. Going after it there was Haslam. Remaining in the Rebels end of the ice, being forechecked hard there by Jessamon. Nice cross-seam pass there, finds Ethan Chada, but just failing to break through. Poked aside by Vanderswag as it remains in the Kings' end. Bursting the zone with speed now is Easton Mikus. Trying to get that through. Kept alive there by Mikus, but turned over, generated on the play by Calseco as he'll dump it in. Curtis Freeman now has the puck, trying to send that in front of the net. He'll turn around, unable to get what he wanted on that shot attempt. Back in the blue line and sent deep as it's along the half wall. Sending it in down low for Zakira Abu Ali. Shot in front of the net, and that is saved by Vanderswag.
The first major test here from the Mississauga Rebels on goaltender Travis Vanderswag, but he comes up with a big-time save there. That was a shot taken by forward Curtis Freeman, who has such a strong wrist shot here. He's the face-off taker of these Mississauga Rebels, taking the draw here, but he picked up that puck right in the slot and gripped it and ripped it on net, but it was Vanderswag making another in a long line of big saves.
Poked back into the zone by Tyler Miociewicz. Battling away there is Freeman, as we just highlighted. Going after it there is Abu Ali. Down low, keeping it alive is Sean Costigan. Costigan will intercept the pass once again to generate the turnover, but it is sent outside the blue line. Ben Galder now will send it in deep for Freeman as it's poked away there, and Costigan will battle hard. Going after it now as they make the line change is David DeChatelet. Back the other way now, Mississauga looking to regroup. It's Delisle. Unable to intercept that pass, but he does now. Thunder Bay dealing with a bouncing puck, and it is poked in by Rashad Eichenberg. Down behind the net there is the Kings look to sustain the forecheck, but it's sent out and past the blue line. Bouncing puck there as it's sent along the boards, and Mississauga will look to capitalize on this chance. It is Chatelet there, battling away for it. Maxi Morin as an option, kept in by the Rebels blue liner. Far side shot there goes wide and is back the other way. With the puck is Eichenberg, sending it deep. Looking for it there is Jack Lambert, the blue liner activating into the rush as the Kings make a change. And behind the goal now, they try to create space. Thunder Bay looking to even up this game at 2 as the whistle's blown.
And back into the offensive zone for these Thunder Bay Kings, we will go, taking another face-off here. And this will be a big chance for these Thunder Bay Kings to get set up in the offensive zone and try to get pucks on goaltender Russell Mackerel in hopes of tying up this hockey game with just about 12 minutes to go in this third period.
Matthew Bertolin couldn't win that draw as the Rebels will send it out. Looking at there as it's past the blue line, tipped in by Michael Tissier. Ethan Chattel will battle for it as it's sent back out. Cal Secco now will regroup over to Haslam. Haslam will send a far range pass, looking for options in front, bit there by Chata. Poked in at the other end by Secco, trying to send that deep. Tissier back over to Chata, looking for the pass to the slot, but there were no bodies in front. Oliver Turner now on the ice, so he'll send that in. Sean Costigan will create the turnover as it's sent on net and gloved down by Vanderswag.
And now we'll be back into the offensive zone for the Mississauga Rebels, who haven't really gotten a chance to get set up here in the first few moments of this third and final period. We'll really like to see what they could do here with one of their strongest lines out here on the ice. It is Curtis Freeman taking the opening draw here on this faceoff in the offensive zone. Let's see what good they could do on it.
Rebels winning it back as Hudson Gary sends it along the board. Back the other way now is Easton Mikus, one of the stronger forwards for this Thunder Bay squad in this game. Battling hard for that puck is Desomol. Mississauga regroups to send a long-range pass into the stick of Freeman. Dropping it in for a shot in front, and it's an open-range shot, and that's cleared by Vanderswag.
That rang right off the post there. The save made on the rebound by Vanderswag, but the Mississauga Rebels are getting their chances, and it's only a matter of time here now with a lot of puck luck there from the Thunder Bay Kings. So lucky that puck rang off the post and didn't end up in the back of their net.
Thunder Bay cycling along the boards as they look for options. It is Matthew Bertle in there battling for it along the boards, kept alive by Bailey. We're checking hard as it's cleared past the blue line, and the Rebels will look to make the change. Jared, what have you liked so far from Thunder Bay as they really push offensively, making it difficult for this Rebel squad?
They really do a good job of getting chance after chance. They cycle the puck around and fire it so quickly that really it makes it hard for goaltenders such as Russell Mackerel to really get set up here in the net.
Going after it there is Delisle, trying to sit it in front of the net, and Maxime Morin is denied in there, unable to get the shot he wanted.
That was a great chance there from the Thunder Bay Kings rushing in, rather the Mississauga Rebels rushing in there. One of their best chances of this third period. They're definitely getting their fair share of chances on the net now. And if they continue playing this way, it should only be a matter of time as they are getting their chances in this zone.
Sending that back in was Haslam as they poke away at it. Maxime Morin unable to get to it there. With it now, it is floated back down low. Morin will battle for it along the boards, kept inside. But on that getaway now, it's a potential 2-on-1. It's Dakota Cooper with the shot, turned aside by Mackerel, but the rebound clears. Battling for that puck now is the Kings, but it's cleared from the blue line as the Rebels survive. Side chance with speed, and that was turned aside by Vanderswag off the rush from Delisle. Both teams now making a change. It's Ethan Chata on the ice for the Rebels. Out there with Michael Tissier as he wins that puck. Setting it in down low, looking for options in front. It's Oliver Turner keeping it in play. They'll pinch down as the defenseman sending it in. It generates the turnover there now. It is Bertelin with speed, trying to turn Stal Secco. Making it difficult for him was the Rebels blue line. Battle along the corner there. And the Rebels end as they look to win that puck, and here's Thunder Bay with it, sending it back to Bailey. Lucas Bailey will turn it around. Bertelin looking for options as he tries to win that puck back again. There's Bailey now pinching in to try to keep that puck in play. Getting support there from his forward, and Lucas Lukowski. Back there, it's a breakaway chance now for Ethan Chata. He scores! Ethan Chata on the breakaway has made it 3-1 Rebels.
Ethan Chata is a player we've been highlighting all night long who could single-handedly take over a game here for the Mississauga Rebels, and just like that, he picks up the puck, he bolts it in on the breakaway, grips it, rips it right past Travis Vanderswag, and ultimately the 2-1 lead extends to a 3-1 lead, and the Mississauga Rebels now are up 3-1 on the back of that Ethan Chata breakaway goal.
All it took was one chance with open ice, and Ethan Chata is able to capitalize.
He is just such a speedy player, so good with the puck on his stick, and when he's skating in like that, determined, confident, there is nobody in this GTHL league who could stop a player such as Ethan Chata. There is a reason he's projected to be a first-round pick in this upcoming OHL draft. That's due to his skills on both ends of the ice. Such a strong player here, a star in the making for these Mississauga Rebels.
Some offensive zone pressure here by the Kings as they look to keep it in. Kept alive there by the blue liner, keeping it along the play. Looks like Hudson Garrett. Got in there for a tug as it's Bailey trying to win that race, and the Rebels able to clear it back. Send them to their ice as they look to regroup. Both teams making a change. It's the Curtis Freeman line out for Mississauga. And it's Freeman now carrying it in with possession. In that zone entry, he'll cut to the middle of the ice, looking for the play on, a shot by Abu Ali. His kicked aside by Vanderswag.
What a save by Travis Vanderswag there. The Mississauga Rebels skated in with Curtis Freeman getting a lot of chances there, really generating that offensive play. A lot of pucks fired in, that rebound chance, especially from the Mississauga Rebels. But it is Vanderswag making that big-time sprawling kick save.
Now we'll see the unit with Tristan Delisle enter the ice with the likes of GTHL and Maxime Morin. As they win the draw, it's Delisle sending it back over to Morin, and he'll send it in deep. Down low there for Delisle. Being pressured hard there by Brady Richards. It's Delisle sending it back in. Big hit there by GTHL. Keeping that in play for the Rebels. There's Delisle there, unable to get that pass through, and Thunder Bay regroups. Shooting that in deep on the blue line was turned aside. And now, not bad attack here for the Kings with speed. It's Jack Lambert trying to get that through. He'll skate it around. Looking for options in front. Send it into his forehand and back around the ice. Sprawling body there along the corner as the Kings are unable to keep it in play. With possession now, it's Delisle will forecheck in as that group makes the line change. Ethan Chata line back out now for the Rebels as they just scored less than a few moments ago. Trying to get the offensive zone pressure now. It's turned aside to Chata, and he scores! Second of the night for Ethan Chata, makes it 4-1 Rebels.
Ethan Chata doubles up. He knows right when he got on the ice there. He had one task in mind. Get to the net and good things will happen. He rushed right from the bench to the front of the net, waited there in the slot for the puck to end up on his stick, and once he did, he said, "See you later." He gripped it and ripped it, launched it right into the back of the net to double up his goal total and extend the lead to 4-1 Mississauga.
Rebels head coach Adrian Lamonaco rewarding this line again with another shift. I say, the back of the offensive zone, it's Chata battling away for it. Turnover there by Thunder Bay, but kept in play at the line. Trying to get that through. Chata battling for it. Mikhail Tessier unable to win it. And here's Thunder Bay now. Potential 4-on-2. Looking for bodies in front of the net. That shot is unable to make it through. Back at the other end of the ice there. The Rebels almost with a break, and it's Chata now. Send a long-range shot on net and go for the change. Curtis Freeman line back out there, out of the lead with it. Sending it over. It's dumped in. Icing called on the play with 6:33 remaining in the third.
And with Ethan Chata being such a generator of offense here, he just moments ago got to the bench, but you have to wonder how quickly he will be sitting there. Adrian Lamonaco knows that when he needs goals in a pinch, that Ethan Chata line is exactly who he will go to, who just moments ago took the lead from really close 2-1 to 4-1, and now it's only moments to go before I imagine he will be back out on the ice. They know that if they need goals to extend this lead and ice out this game, Ethan Chata will be the line that they go to.
And once again, the Thunder Bay forecheck forcing the icing, and we're seeing this group here really of the likes of Jaden Desamont, who scored the earlier goal in the second period, really forced their hand and try to still spark some offense. Sending it back over to Brady Richards. We'll take a long, high shot there, but no call on the play. Brought back out to the blue line. kept alive there by Thunder Bay as they look to sustain the forecheck. Good work there by the Rebels to force the turnover as they set the regroup. With the puck now being challenged hard there, had to make a quick read. So being no icing, it's Abu Ali now. Going to send that into the neutral zone. It's a bouncing puck. As both teams make a line change. Holding with it now as they look to set up are the Rebels in their own end. Trying to burst his phone with speed. Here we go, it's Tristan Delisle. We know what he can do. He's going to try to send it in all himself, running into the front of the net for the wraparound, and that is stopped by Vanderswa.
That was a big chance there from the Mississauga Rebels, just wrapping around the net, getting pucks and pucks on the net. But Travis Vanderswag comes up big time, shutting off that post there, preventing the puck from trickling through on the wraparound and maintaining the 4-1 score there, not allowing the Mississauga Rebels to extend that lead any farther.
Delisle is able to keep that in play from Mississauga as they send it in down low. Holding on to it now is Moran, sending it over to Kyle Secco, trying to get a far-range shot, deflected in front, unable to get it through. It is the Chatelet in front of the net. As that Heron shot goes wide. Kept in play there by the Chatelet. Kyle Secco helping out, but that is kicked aside. Careful play there, almost a breakaway chance for Dakota Cooper, but he was unable to read it as it went behind the plate. They're almost springing Ethan Chata on a breakaway, but nonetheless it's Moran. Moran now into the corner. Battle hard for it, it's sent all the way back out into the neutral zone. Here's Mississauga. Miocevic now will jump in on the rush. Sending it over to Tissier, back over to Cevic. Back in front of the net. Miocevic will send it in for Tissier. Back down low for Chata. From Chata now. Back into the left corner and down low for Chata as they'll send it in. Making a far range shot, glove down there. Rebounds opportunity, and it is a goal for Ethan Chata. Throw the hats. It's a hat trick for Ethan Chata to make it 5-1 Mississauga.
Ethan Chata just waiting there right at the side of the net and smacks home that rebound chance there. Travis Vanderswag made the initial save, but it's Ethan Chata so strong there, maintaining his position, just waiting right at the side of the net there, who snipes it home to triple up his goal total, putting the Mississauga Rebels up 5-1 with his hat-trick goal.
And you really see a real business-like attitude from this group in Mississauga, not overly celebrating despite the hat trick, just going right back out into the face-off.
Absolutely, the game isn't finished yet, and they know they have to continue their great play. Even with a dominating score here on the scoreboard, they know that they can't afford to let up here, and they need to play until that final buzzer. A great sign here for these Mississauga Rebels.
Far range shot out there. It's open ice there for Costigan, unable to get that through for Freeman. Thunder Bay on the counter-attack now in transition. Trying to send that in, it's Eichenberg, but the play is blown dead.
And a save made there from Russell Mackerel. The puck from the Thunder Bay Kings just kind of being tossed into the zone. Not really testing Russell Mackerel there, but nonetheless he comes up and saves it there. And that's the first real shot he's faced in quite some time. It has been all Mississauga in the last few moments of this game. Very evident from the 3 straight goals scored by Mississauga. 3 straight coming from Ethan Chata.
Hudson Gary threw that on then as they pick up the rebound along the boards. For options in front as they bring it in. Should be mentioned, Russell Mackerel, a right-handed goaltender, a rarity amongst goaltenders in the hockey community.
And that certainly benefits these Mississauga Rebels, as opposing teams simply do that much more hesitation before shooting, even if it's just mere seconds. That is almost enough for goaltenders to come up with that save, and as a result, him having his glove on the opposite hand just makes it so the Thunder Bay Kings have that much more to think about and hesitate about when trying to position their shots, making it so Russell Mackerel is a big-time goaltender for these Mississauga Rebels.
As we get set for another offensive zone draw here for Thunder Bay. As they look to generate some offense late in the third period. Battle along the boards ensues as they able to clear it out. Mississauga now. Maxime Morin will send it back to GTHL over in front of the net. Great stop by Van der Swag as it's kept down low. Mississauga applying the pressure still. With 2:30 remaining in this third period, GTHL along the boards keeping it in. And Thunder Bay is able to recover. Along the half wall now is Dakota Cooper. Will send it in deep. Trying to find that puck there. Battling for it was Bertelin. And on the other end now it's Delisle. Tristan Delisle unable to get the shot he wanted, so he'll send it back in and look for his troops. Maxime Morin will send that out, and Thunder Bay back the other way. Val couldn't handle that one, so it's another chance for Morin, shooting it far. Off the shoulder, it looks, of Van der Swag. Back out into the neutral ice. Miocic will have it. He'll elect to make the cross-seam pass, looking for options. It's Miocic now for a shot in front of the net! How did that stay out? It was a wide open net, but the puck remains in play. We'll see it now gloved down at the other end of the ice by Russell Mackrell. What a crazy sequence of events, Jared.
What a save made by Travis Van der Swag. He was tested a lot on that shift here from the Mississauga Rebels, who are really trying to get another one to completely ice out this game, but it's Van der Swag's dominant play here, just skating out, really challenging the shooter. His willingness to skate out, be a challenging force, be a very mobile force as a goaltender, and that movement just totally smothered up the shooter there for the Mississauga Rebels, preventing another puck from going behind him. And even though the score is 5-1, Travis Van der Swag still absolutely deserves his flowers for the amazing saves he has made throughout this hockey game.
That got into the neutral zone now, turned over there by Eichenberg. They'll send it in deep. Forechecked along by the either way. Almost a breakaway sprung out for Michael Deck, but good work there in the neutral zone. Creating that stick lift was number 11 for the Kings, and that's Lucas Bailey.
And for these Thunder Bay Kings, even though they are a strong defensive team, and we mentioned before the period, they certainly do need to avoid cheating for offense in order to maintain defensive play. But I would argue they've totally gone the other direction, not getting any offensive chances here in this period. And that has been a big part of the reason why they have not really tested Russell Mackrell and thus have maintained their only one goal on the board, whereas the Mississauga Rebels have been able to extend their lead here in this third period. Not a very strong period here for these Thunder Bay Kings.
Desamore sends it on net, and it's gloved down by Mackerel, who's been steady for this game despite the low activity.
Absolutely. It's part of the reason that he does deserve some credit is because sometimes in these situations, when a goaltender isn't tested a lot, that first shot on net will totally catch them off guard. We did see that earlier in the game with the first goal from the Thunder Bay Kings being one of the first ever shots that Mackerel faced, but since then he's totally calmed down, and although he hasn't been tested a lot, he has really done a good job of saving everything that's been in his path.
Abu Ali now has it for Mississauga, trying to send that in front of the net, unable to make that shooting lane clear. All the way at the other end of the ice as Thunder Bay looks for some last-minute offense to close out this third. Puck played out by Mackerel all the way at the other end, and will spring now Abu Ali as he goes for the shot, and it goes far wide, and that'll basically do it for this game as we conclude here. And the final buzzer goes. It's a 5-1 victory for the Mississauga Rebels over the Kings. And ultimately, what did you see, Jared, from the Rebels? They really dominate in that third period to get the 3 goals because it was very close prior.
What I saw from them is that they just stuck to their guns. They weren't really finding the offensive droves that they know personally they are capable of in those first 2 periods, so they stuck with it. They didn't cheat for offense. They still played very strong defensively, preventing their goaltender from facing a lot of big-time shots on net. But when they had their chances, they just could not be stopped. All their players doing such a good job of not trying to skill their way to goals, just crashing the net and getting those garbage goals per se. Like the people like to say, they crashed the goalie, made Travis Van der Swag's night very difficult, even though he was making fantastic saves earlier in the game. And as a result, they were able to luck their way to not 1, not 2, but 3 third period goals from Ethan Chata, allowing them to bring their way to a 5-1 victory.
To close this out, who's one skater on each side from both teams that you would like highlight?
Well, on the Mississauga Rebels, how could you not go with the man who just put up a hat-trick performance? Ethan Chata, certainly someone that needs to be highlighted. And on the other end of the ice, I certainly like the lone goal scorer of the Thunder Bay Kings, Jaden Desermeaux. He obviously only got that one goal, the only goal for these Thunder Bay Kings, but he still was an offensive force for these Thunder Bay Kings, getting some of the few shots that these Kings were able to generate in this hockey game, testing Russell Mackerel. And as a result, he is that lone goal scorer for the Kings.
Certainly exciting action here on this day. From Jordan Jacklin, this is Jared Rotenberg, and thanks for watching GTHL Hockey on the 6.